Hello again everybody, welcome back to LilyLuLou. If you're new here, my name's Karen, I'm the Junk Journal Geek, and if you're a returning visitor, thank you for coming back for more. Right, I'm carrying on with the autumn journal. I'm going to sort of do a bit of a mass make of tags and journal cards. It's not really a mass make because I'm making different things, but they're sort of the same but different. So I'm carrying on, it's the same day from the last video, and I'm just carrying on working. I just started again and thought, oh, I haven't turned the camera on again. So all I've done, I'm going to use some junk mail as my bases for tags and journal cards, which if you've been here before, you know I like to do. So the first place I've come across in the journal that needs something is this lace pocket. So I've just cut down a piece of junk mail to fit that pocket. I've actually done two because I know there's another one of these pockets in the book, and I'm just going to cover these. As I said, it's going to sort of be a mass make because I'm going to sort of get the things made, the bases made, and then I will go back and decorate them all and finish them off afterwards. So I hope that this won't be too boring because it's basically going to be me cutting things up and sticking bits of paper onto the things that I've cut up, which is really, you know, what making journals is all about, isn't it? But if you're new, you know, this is the sort of thing I was very interested in seeing when I first started making journals, was exactly how people did these things. So I'm hoping that this will be interesting to some people. And even if you've been, you know, you've been making journals for a long time, sometimes it's nice to put something mindless on. So I hope that you will stay with me today. So I've just covered one side. I've still got the dogs here, so I will try and edit out any loud barking, but if I miss anything, please forgive me. I apologise in advance for the noise, but I'm just doing the best I can. So I'm just tearing off the excess of this, and I might leave these with torn edges. I might tidy them up, put them through the guillotine later, I'm not sure. I will probably stitch around all these once I've made them all, but as I say, for now I'm just going to be making the bases, covering them. Bonnie, no, Bonnie, no. There's not even anything outside and she's barking. There's literally nothing there. I can see she's laying on the settee next to me. I can see straight out the window. I can see exactly what she can see. And there's absolutely nothing there, but she's barking anyway. Right, so I'm just looking for another piece of paper. I'm not overthinking this too much. I'm not worrying about what papers I've got where. I'm just doing it. Just do it, Karen. And these papers are quite, you know, they're subtle, so you can write on these on either side. So they will have journaling space. So let's chop off these white edges. And as I say, I will go back probably and decorate these later on. Let's take the bottom white bit off. Oops. It's a bit wonky there. And let's do the other side of this one. I like to do this because it uses up my junk mail. It means that I can print on just basic copy paper to keep the costs down, and the junk mail strengthens it up, so I'm getting rid of the junk mail. I'm keeping my costs down. And that's, to me, that's what junk journaling's all about. You know, it's a cost-effective hobby and it's kind to the environment, which is what we like. Actually, I think I'll stick this one down as well while I'm here. I've got some packaging paper underneath my desk. The dog food was delivered yesterday. I always save the packaging paper that, you know, takes up the space in the box. And I just realised that I haven't used any packaging paper in this journal yet, which is quite unusual. I have packaging paper in some way or another in all my journals, I think, most of them anyway. Maybe not the wedding-y ones, the wedding and engagement ones I made, and probably not the baby book ones I made, but I think everything else has probably had packaging paper in. I just reminded myself I've got to make another baby journal. I've got to make two actually. My two youngest grandchildren still haven't got their baby journals. And one of them's going to be 3 in a couple of weeks, and the other one's nearly 1. And they haven't got them yet. Right, so that one's done both sides. Obviously, this has all got to be neatened up and tidied up, but I will go through and do that once I am finishing off and decorating. I'm going to round the edges. This one. Let's pop the glue out the way. So that one will be going in there. So that's one little hole filled. And then let's finish this one off. So this is why it's sort of like a mass make. Because I'm getting the bases done all at once, but obviously each pocket and thing that I need to fill is going to be slightly different. So I'm going to be doing the same thing but not making the same thing, probably. Did that the wrong way round, didn't I? Again, that's going to need tidying up at some point, and we need something on the back there. Shall we have a piece of this lovely paper that matches the cover, matches the fabric on my cover? It doesn't match, but that's very similar to the fabric I've used on the cover of this journal, so that's a bonus. So obviously this isn't particularly journaling friendly. Probably couldn't write on top of that, but it will look pretty. That's just as important. So drop that in, don't we? I've just had my lunch. I filmed the last video and then I just had my lunch and feeling very sleepy, although I had a good night's sleep last night. But my husband gets up at 3 every morning. Well, not every morning, when he's on day shifts. He gets up at 3 in the morning and leaves for work at 4. So I do have interrupted sleep. But yeah, I was sitting there and I was thinking, should I go and have a nap? There's nobody in. I don't get days very often where there's nobody here. Should I go and have a sneaky nap? And I thought, no, I want to play. I want to carry on with my journal. So here I am. I remembered to put the video on before I got too far along. So these will all need inking around the edges. I am going to stitch around them all, as I said. And they will probably be decorated as well. And I'm doing the corners so that I don't forget, because these are going in the lace pockets, so they need to be able to slip in and out more easily. And obviously if I do trim these edges with my guillotine, I'll need to go back and redo those corners. So right, where's my other lace pocket? So that one can go in there. There's 2 pockets filled. Right, we need to tuck things in there. What I will also be doing is going through all the ephemera, the ready-made ephemera that came with the kits I'm using. I will go along and pop in as well. But I just want to make some plainer bases to supplement that. So I hope that makes sense. So in here we want something that is, let's say, 4 inches. Will that be too big? If we say 3.5 inches square, and tuck that in. So how big is this? That's 4 inches, so that will give us an idea. Oh, if I tear that in half, we can use half of it in the top and half of it in the bottom. So now I've got some smaller pieces. I don't know if you remember me saying I pulled out some, that's not quite big enough. I pulled out some pages that were left from other kits that I've used to make other journals. I made a Faux journal, and I had sort of meadow and forest papers, and I also had some, I'd printed some out at the wrong size, and I had them put away in my box for ages. So I thought I could use some of those perhaps. That's going to look a bit funny, I think, in there. So maybe not that. Yeah, so I'm just, because these are a bit smaller, I'm just wondering if there's anything here that would work. Just having a very quick rummage. I think they may work better for decorating things. Right, that's all ready-made ephemera. Okay, he's got some more pages here. Let's have a look at those. Okay, let's use some of these. And again, I'm going to try really hard not to overthink this and just do it. So let's take off the white again, so we know what we're starting with. Oh, really, I should make 4 of these, shouldn't I, while I'm doing it, and then they'll be done for the other. I probably won't decorate these on camera because you know how painful it is watching me decorate things. Trying not to jog the camera. So, not quite big enough for two that way. Let's get these cut down to about the same size. See what I'm doing. So that's bang on 4 inches, isn't it? And then they were 3 inches each. Oh, the other thing I want to do, I was watching a video that Carol Laws did, and she made some paint chips that she turned into tags, and I thought I'd quite like to have a go at that in this journal. So maybe I will do that for the tags. Maybe I'll do anything that I think is going to be a journal card today, and then I'll do the tags next time. That might be a good plan. Let's pop these on here. Right, not doing a lot of talking today, just sitting here merrily making. Maybe I should just put this up with music. I wonder if I could work out how to do that. You know, some people put videos up with just music playing in the background instead of talking, don't they? I don't tend to edit my videos. The amount of editing I do is where I have to pause because the dogs are making a noise or someone knocks at the door. Oh, didn't leave that to dry for long enough. Oh well, we'll have to decorate that with something. Yeah, when the dogs bark or if someone knocks at the door, then I have to put my clips together, and I know how to chomp a bit off, you know, where there's noise, but and even that I have to look up each time I'm doing it, how to do it. But other than that, I am not, video editing is not something I know anything about really. I could spend the time learning it because I have so much free time, obviously. Put that out the way, Karen. All your rubbish up there, and these are your cards. Right, now let's put these onto something else for the back. What should we use for the back? Should have a bit more. Let's have some different collage paper. Have I used it all? Surely not. Surely not. I've moved everything. My pile was in order and now it's not. sorry for rummaging off screen. Oh, I thought I had some more there. I don't really want to be printing any more of, but I wanted to use that. I was saving that. I think that's asking to be used specifically in a specific way. So, right, let's stick some more of these down then. These ones will have to be tidied up or decorated to hide my naughty tears where I've torn it before it's dry. I've ripped the paper. I should know better, shouldn't I? I should stick all these down and then just leave them drying. Go back to them later. But it's a bit tricky when you're making a video to do that. Now what I like about these collage papers, you know, I'm sticking these things on the back. I have no idea how this is going to look. I know it will look lovely, but it's not planned, you know, how it's going to look because you can't see what you're doing. I think that's just, oh, I might just get that on the corner. And the other good thing about doing this is obviously these are just going to be tucked in those pockets. It doesn't matter if they're not exactly the size that I started off at. You know, if they end up a little bit smaller, it's really not going to matter. It's that way, wasn't it? If I could just slide that on there. Marvellous. Am I in frame? Just about. And last one. Will I get that on there, do you think? No. Right, let's put the last one on something else. Put the last one down in that corner. The good thing about doing it this way as well is because I'm making these all in one go and then I'll go along and stitch them all afterwards, it means that, you know, these will be nice and dry before I'm popping them under the machine. So, right, I'm going to leave those for a bit now before I try and tear them. I learnt my lesson from the last one and see what else we need. So we've done the tuck spots for that. So now we need something to go in there and something behind there. So I'm going to do a journal card to go in here. So I'm going to want that, and I'm not going to do, I know I've got one of these in each signature, but I'm not going to do the 3 of them because they are all different sizes in each signature. So this needs to be about 4 1/4 to allow for the stitching and the glue, by 4 1/2. 4 1/4 by 4 1/2. Right, got another couple of things here. Now, at the back of that one, I'm going to do a tag, so I'll do that probably on the next video. So what did I say? 4 1/4 by 4 1/2. Just deciding which way to tear this to try and get the most out of it. You know, because it's like I have a shortage of junk mail. So I've got to get the most out of it. So that's 4 1/2. So that will be 4 1/4 there. And I am going to use that. I want to save that and make something with that little framey bit. So So I'll pop that up there. None of these are going to be big enough, but they will work for the, I think they will work for the paint chip tags. All those leftover bits. Right, Bonnie, leave it. Just looking at how long I've been filming, just wondering how much of this you actually want to see. Right, now which way round do we want that? Does it matter? It's going to go in sideways, so you're not really going to see it, so it doesn't really matter which way round we stick it. So let's pop some glue on here. Don't need that right now, do I? I'm going to lose my scissors and leave them there. Let's have a little bit of organisation. Just a little bit, don't want to go mad. If these other ones are tearable now, while I leave that one for a second. Let's just pop that there. And let's do these. I know these look very messy at the moment, but once I finish them off, done it again, they will look much better, I promise. Obviously they're very raggedy. But this is the quickest way to sort of start getting your pockets filled, and then you can go back, as I say, and decorate things. So let's pop these. So I have one up there. Supposed to go that way, wasn't it? And then we'll have a different one that's upside down. Not that it really matters. One there. And obviously there's going to be more things popped in all these spaces once I've prepped all the other ephemera and what have you. So now what we also need, I'll want to put something in these belly band, the ribbon belly bands, at some point as well, but we'll just, we won't go mad. So that's that one. And let's finish off this one. nothing on the back here. Should we have some more of the collage page? Oh yes, you're joining in there, Bonnie. You agree with that decision, do you? I think I need a cup of tea. I think it's tea time. Let's pop that one down there. I'm not even worrying with these about whether the paper's the right way up or not. I'm being really, really random. I'm practicing not overthinking things and just doing it. And some of these will need a little bit more glue on the corners, but as I say, when I go through them all again to finish them, decorate them, finish the edges, stitch them, I can, you know, give anything attention that might need it. So this one was that way round, wasn't it? Was it that way round? It was that way round. That will go in there, and obviously this is going to have a little tab on it of some sort. Doesn't want to go in because it's still a bit damp. So that will have a tab on there, and then that's going to make the edges of the pages more interesting, obviously, when everything's in here with tabs and things on. And then I'm going to have a tag of some sort up here sticking out at the top, so that will remind me that I need to make a tag for there. So should I leave it there for today? You've seen what I'm doing. As I say, I will come back and make some of those tags with you because I want to have a go at doing those paint chip ideas that Carol Laws showed. So maybe I will carry on now. You know, you've seen what I'm doing and how I do it. You don't really need me to carry on showing you. I'll carry on finishing those now, and then I will come back and do some tags with you. So I hope you enjoyed that little session. I'll be back again hopefully in a couple of days. In the meantime, take care, look after yourselves, and enjoy your own crafty time. Thanks for joining me. Bye bye.